China and Japan have extracted methane hydrate on the sea floor, as Sueddeutsche Zeitung reported this week. Methane hydrate is a fuel resource found in raw masses in Earth's seas and ice caps, and is a potential future energy source. The raw material is drawn from an oil rig in the South China Sea at a depth of 1,266 meters, Xinhua news agency reported this week. The first time China has been able to gather the resource. Japan announced a similar breakthrough off its own coast 2 weeks ago. The exploitation of this raw material thus edges ever closer, one whose reserves far exceed conventional oil and gas. Methane hydrate is also called combustible ice because its snow-like clumps ignite at room temperature. The material is a mix of water and methane, the main constituent of natural gas. With methane hydrate, water molecules form a framework that encloses the energy-rich methane, which is only stable under high pressure and low temperatures, and is therefore mostly present in seafloor sediments and Arctic permafrost. Large masses are also presumed to lie in the Tibetan Plateau's frozen ground. The exploitation of this resource is strategically important for China, which has little oil, and extracting shale oil by fracking is hard because of complex geology. The methane hydrate drilling southeast of Hong Kong is a, quote, great breakthrough, end quote, which can lead to worldwide energy revolution, said Jiang Daming, China's resource minister. China is drawing up about 16,000 cubic meters of gas from the seabed, per Xinhua news agency, and the Chinese have won much more gas for their efforts. Pradeen Linga, a chemical engineer with the University of Singapore, told the BBC, "It is a, quote, great step in developing the technology," he said. The US, Japan, India, South Korea, and Canada are also pursuing research programs to mine the resource. Worldwide, 2.8 trillion to 28 trillion cubic meters of methane is squeezed into ice, per a US Energy Department estimate. In contrast, about 3.5 billion cubic meters of natural gas was produced in 2015, or 1/10,000th of the gas hydrate reserves. Thus far, however, this new resource has defied commercial extraction, and drilling is just basic research. Only a small amount of methane hydrate is accessible on the seafloor or in Arctic sandstone. Geologists understand little of its behavior. When disturbed, it is very sensitive. If its bar-like structure is destroyed, the methane easily escapes. This brings new risks. Geologists have traced a destructive earth slide to 8,000 years ago to methane hydrate, which unleashed a flood wave up to 6 meters high off the coast of Norway. Researchers posit that an explosive release of methane hydrate triggered the catastrophe. Human disturbance of its crystals might well unleash similar forces, as the journal Nature Communications recently reported. The effect of deep-sea drilling on the ocean bed is likewise still unknown, so don't go and buy an ice stove anytime soon.